You how to make this simple logo. That is the logo I'm using recently now with your smartphone. With just your smartphone. Let's begin. Let's jump into the app. So the app I'm going to be using is Pixel. So let's begin. In Pixel, I'm going to get a default by clicking this default page, and this is our default. So secondly, I'm going to be changing the size. So I'm going over to image size. Then this preset over here, I'm going to click the YouTube thumbnail size. So that size okay. So you can use different size if you like, but we prefer using this thumbnail size. YouTube thumbnail size is okay. So let's begin. I'm going to clean that text. So let's start bringing in some of our images. So I want to bring in some images we're going to be using. Can use any image of your choice. So let me bring in the first one from gallery. Go over to photos. So we want to be getting this image. So go over to my images, and this is the first one I'm going to be using. So click that and rotate that right here. So I rotated it. Okay, this is good. So make this now. This is okay. So I'm going to position this at the center. Okay, this is okay. I'll bring in the first one. So let's lock it. Bring in another one. So let's bring in another image. We'll be needing two different backgrounds for this logo. So go over image. So we'll bring in the second one. So I'm also going to position this center, right? So let's proceed. So we have this. So I'm also going to be locking this, right? Now let's bring in our last image. So we need one more. So the links to all these images, if you need mine, will be in the description. But also you can use the image of your choice. So I'm going to be using this right here, right? Good. So I'm going to bring in this in. So what we're going to do, we want to rotate this. We want to rotate this like this. Alright, I want to turn it nice over here. So let's begin. After I've rotated it, you can, make it big. I want it. And increase the size. Okay, it's okay here. So I'm going to position this also at the center, relative position, center. This nice over here. Now let's insert our text. So the text we want to use, let's begin to insert it. So let me just also lock this, and we'll add our text to it. So I click the plus icon, add text. So I'll go over here, over to the text. This part with A on, not here. Yes, to edit images, but yes for the text. So click this edit button. So let's begin our editing. So we're going to be writing the name we want to use. So we're going to be writing something like this. We can use any name. Just put subscribe TV, right? So I'm going to hit done, right? I'm going to click OK. So this OK, subscribe TV. So I'm going to be changing the font for this. So go over to my fonts. Now these fonts have already been installed. I installed this font. I'm using this font called Sector. So in case you need the font, I'm going to put in the link in the description for the one download it. So let's move on. This is link called Sector. I'm going to click it over there. So now we want to increase the size. Very important, we want to increase the size. So let's go over to text size. Right. We'll go over to text size. So increase the size to 55. Nice. Increase the size to 55. We can also rotate this. Let's go over to rotate. Okay, let me move this bit over here. So I rotated this. So to this 5 degree. I'll position this also. Let me shift it downwards. I'm using 1 pixel. Shift this downwards. Okay, nice. Subscribe TV. You can use any name of your choice. So after we are done with this, I also want to increase the size even more if we want to. Then we can position this at the center if we want to. And if we don't want to, we also have the choice of positioning somewhere else. So position this at the center. Now let's begin editing the text. So let's give it a stroke. Right, let's give it a stroke. Give it a stroke. So this is a stroke. We're giving it a stroke. We also want to give it, okay, this stroke is okay. So I give it a stroke of 5. Right, nice. So let me shift this a bit over here. Subscribe TV. So give it a stroke. Okay, so we want to leave it like that. Let's move on. Now the next thing we want to do, we want to merge some stuff together. Now let's do this really fast. We'll go over here, click this icon over here. I'm going to merge this and this. I'm also going to be merging this together, right? So let's click here, merge, right, and click OK. So they have merged, right? Don't forget, we'll click here, this right here. That's how we merge them. So now I've merged the three together. So what else can we do now? So now we can erase the background, right? We can erase the background. So let's try that. So we've come over to this erase, right? Go to this erase. Now what are we erasing? Now let's pick what we're erasing. So we're erasing the black color, right? Nice. Nice are fine over there. So see it. So we have our test like this, subscribe TV. So basically we are done, right? So we can go over and play around with any of the stuff you want. Like after having this subscribe TV, you can also go over and add stuff like the emboss. And let's emboss this. So what it basically means, this add another new style to it, right? Another new style. So we reduce the bevel. So put it around 12. 12 is okay. Also we increase the intensity, right, to 100. But if you feel it's too bright, you can reduce the intensity. You can also increase the ambient light. So now the light angle, can put it in any parts that we choose, but we'll be okay if we put it around 40 to 50. So it seems that it's coming from the left hand side, right? So basically we are done. So you can add shadows if you want to, right? You can add shadows, making it look more realistic. So you see when I add the shadows, it looks different from when I'm offing it, right? So add shadows and choosing the color of black, right? So got the blur radius. So the offset X and Y basically means the X and Y axis. So when we increase the offset X, you observe, right, it moves, the X axis changes. Now when we decrease it, you see if it changes. Now the offset Y is just basically the Y axis, right? The blur radius is how, right, how it will work, the effect it will have on it. That's just basically everything. So the next we're going to be doing, we're going to be saving. So this icon here over here is for saving. Now click save. So click this save as image. You can also save it as project if you want to, and the quality we want to make sure is in ultra, right? So when we're done, when the quality is in ultra, then we click save to gallery. Then wait for it to render. Now rendering image means when you put it in ultra quality, when you print this out, it's not going to have any fault at all. So you can print it out and it's not going to be blur when you print it out because the quality is ultra. So after finish rendering the image, it will save the image to phone. So basically that is just everything that we need to know about this basic logo. So after rendering the image, you should start saving. We're going to wait for some time. Okay, it's saving right now. Hello, 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 Bamakali. I'm fine, sir. No, I was also calling you concerning the stuff that I've done the scanning. But I don't know if you can now come to Chapel.
Oh yeah, that is kind of okay. We'll see on Thursday.
Okay.
Did you hear me?
Yes.
We'll see on Thursday. Yeah, my phone tomorrow. Same thing.
Okay.
Thursday.
No problem.